Big Book, Alcohol Anonymous, pages 83 and 84.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Daniel. Hey, back at it again. All right, guys. Rob, alcoholic. So 756 days. You know, I'm just thinking like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, celebrated my 2 years in June 23rd. You know, I'm sitting on top of the world, right? No, yeah, like I said, I don't have a lot to complain about, but I do have a lot to complain about, but nobody gives a shit, you know what I mean? That's how it goes around here, you know? It's just like, one day at a time, and all this stuff sounds cliche, but it's true. It's just like, I just live by that, just one day at a time. I don't get too caught up in, with the future. I don't dwell in the past much. You know, it's just like, I'm just laser sharp focused on what can I get done today. And most importantly, what I'm not going to do today, obviously, is pick up that goddamn drink. So, it's been a beautiful ride. But also I understand that it's not so much like, my life has become so much better since I stopped drinking. But it's not worse. It's one of those things. It's like, it's progression, like anything else. You know what I mean? If the things that not happen overnight, you didn't destroy yourself overnight. So building yourself back is not going to be overnight either. But the thing is, it's just like what keeps me going is the people in these halls. Me and my guy Joe, we came in here the same year, 2023, quiet as a church mouse, and now we can't stop talking. So. It's just a testament, honestly, to the program and working, throughout all your issues. Forcing yourself to be honest with yourself. No more lies, no more living in denial. You know what I mean? Just straight, rigorous honesty. And it's tough. You know what I mean? Because it was just like I never wanted to admit that I had a problem. I thought you had a problem if you told me I had a problem with alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it just didn't happen overnight. I built up this record for 41 years, to finally just stop. So it wasn't like one moment when I said, this is not, it was just a body of work. I actually performed an inventory before I even knew there was a rule that you had to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the conclusion was, it's like, okay, just try this out. Just give it about a good 3 months. If you don't like it, you could go back to doing what you're doing. But at least try this for 3 months. So I attended 270 meetings in 90 days. Went to meetings 3 times a day. I was afforded the luxury of just focusing on my recovery. And that's pretty much all I just did, 12-step meetings, I committed to this group right here, but I don't I don't go around and, what they call, when they all go around in a group speak. But, when the groups, like when they go traveling around and speak, I don't do that. But eventually I will, so today, actually, I came from court to sell some records, and I got some records sealed, and there's a possibility I'll get this big record sealed, but the judge has to think about it, and I hope he obviously rules in my favor. But the fact that the judge is even thinking about it is good. There was a time when I went in front of the judge, it was this question, it was how high the barrel was going to be, or how much time, So now it's just like when I get in front of the judge, it's actually for something that's going to really benefit my life. So that's a hell of a change, I'll say. And it was kind of funny too, because people in my family, they were like, do you feel, they asked me, do you feel that you changed, Rob? I'm like, no, not really. I just learned, and inevitably it leads to a change, I don't think I've morphed into this like new person. I like to tell people I'm just an asshole that stopped drinking. That's just pretty much it. No, but one thing is just like the art of humility, though, and just meeting so many people here who've had it so far worse than I have. Stories that are just extremely dark, and I just simply said to myself, "Oh, if they can't do it, why can't I?" You know, excuses are just like assholes. Everyone have one. You know, and it's like, no, you're never gonna figure it all out. But you know what you do? You just keep coming to these meetings. You know, that's it. It wasn't just one message that got me going. It wasn't just one speaker. None of that. It was just continuously just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And I have no intentions of stopping. This has become my whole life. I'm a better man. I'm definitely a better father. I'm definitely a better son. And I'm definitely a better friend. But I still got a lot of shit with me, man, you know? But that's all right, though. That's good. That's why we come here all the time. At least that's why I come here all the time, because the moment I start to figure that, I'll start to even believe that I have it all figured out, nah, that's when I'm going to slip up. So I keep coming here every day and keep reminding myself that, that I don't want this program. I need this program. You know what I mean? One, I need the program. And I'm not above the program. You know, I'm just one of many. And eventually, yeah, do I look forward to sponsoring someone? Hell no. Maybe down the road, but right now it's just like I'm just focusing on self. Because, if working with other people, it could get interesting. But no, I just focus on self. My sponsor is the greatest ever, you know what I mean? So it's just like I'm always picking his brain, but but one thing is just like that this always stays in my mind. As long as I don't drink, as long as I don't come to meetings, I'm not going to court, at least for a charge, so that's it. I simplify things now more than I used to, you know what I mean? And I think my approach is the simpler it is, the better. Don't drink, just go to meetings, That's the motto. Don't drink, just go to meetings, go to your 12 steps, do your 12 steps, pick up the goddamn phone, talk to your sponsor, text your sponsor, keep it very simple, And understand that it's like, obviously, distractions are everywhere, man, you know what I mean? Every fucking street has a liquor store, man. I didn't even notice it, till I stopped drinking. I was like, oh, wow, there are liquor stores all over the goddamn place here, And the ads and all of that, but you just don't drink no matter what. That's what the sponsor said. We don't drink no matter what, And believe me, there's been plenty of times when I was, when my mind was just thinking about the shit, and I was just like, all right, let me just call my sponsor. And the sponsor just reminded me, no, asshole, you can't drink. It's like, that's what it is. I kind of figured that part, And it's just like, well, and I was also asked, it's like, do you really see yourself not drinking for the rest of your life? I said, oh, no. I just see myself not drinking today, So 756 days of just not drinking today. I definitely, one thing I've learned too is please, don't make promises that you're not going to keep, at least for me. I don't know, it's definitely helped me, shape my character in a way that's just like, obviously it's going to be beneficial for me, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely made me more empathetic, you know what I mean, towards people. But also makes me aware that, there's some people are just full of shit, but, you still don't, it's not a coming to you to bring them into the light and you know what I mean, or whatever, you just gotta just let people be people, places, and things. I've learned the essence of that too, because once I stopped drinking, I definitely did not surround myself with the same type of people. And I definitely didn't go to the same type of places, which inevitably led to the things I changed. So it's, to me, change is inevitable once you learn. And if, you're not going to learn, then unfortunately you're never going to change. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. Today's topic actually could be gratitude. I don't think we talked about that a lot. Yeah, gratitude. Yeah. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Yeah. Thank you.